Hello YouTube, Dr. Kemp here. In this part 2 of a two-part series, I am responding to a request by Brother Kendrick, who asked me to, hold on for a second. Kendrick, I dropped my paper. It's Kendrick 795, so I wanted to give that whole moniker there, Kendrick 795. And what Kendrick asked me to do was to create a video that deals with the use of different tubes to modify the tone of the Hammond organ. And so I've already done part 1 of this video series, so go back and check that out. So this is part 2. Part 1 dealt with the AO28 preamplifier of the Hammond organ. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Leslie amplifier and what you could do to get a different sound with your Leslie amplifier in terms of replacing the tube there. Now, in either a Leslie 147, I'm going to talk about 47 and 147 and 122. So in either the Leslie 147 or Leslie 122, you're going to use at least one 12 AU7 tube. That's the tube that's in the schematic for that particular amplifier, 12 AU7. In the Leslie 122, you have two 12 AU7s. All right. Now, what we know is that there is a tube known as the 12 AT7. This is a 12 AT7 tube. The 12AT7 tube has more gain than the 12AU7. So, if you replace your 12AU7 with a 12AT7, you will hear a dramatic difference in your volume, in the volume level of your Hammond organ. It will boost your bass, and it will boost the overall loudness, the treble of the organ. It'll turn it up with a 12 AT7. Now, that's easy to understand in the 147, because the 147 only has one 12 AU7 tube in it. Now the 122 has two 12 AU7 slots. So which one do you switch out in terms of the the 122 amplifier? Well, it's the first one. All right, it's the first one. You have, look, I'll show you what I mean. Here you go. On the 122, there's one slot, and then there's the second slot here. All right. So this is the one that you change out. All right. So in other words, remove the 12 AU7 from there and put in a 12 AT7 there. You want to continue to you want to leave the 12 AU7 alone in there, all right, because that's for your brake, for your motor brake. All right, so if you want your motors to be able to change speeds, you want to leave that 12 AU7 there. But the first one, you can change it out. Now, let me give you some word of caution about replacing your 12 AU7 with a 12 AT7. The gain that you get in a 12 AT7 is going to be significant. And I can tell you from personal experience that if you don't have quality speakers in your Leslie amplifier or Leslie tone cabinet, you can destroy your speakers when you put in a 12AT7 tube. So, if you're not sure about how good your speakers are and you wanted to try this, you need to turn your organ down. Put it on soft. Turn the volume, push the volume pedal to its lowest level. And then ease into the volume, get it louder, right? To see how it feels, and then you can put it on full volume, and then ease up off that volume, and then slowly get into increased volume. So you'll be able to feel the power. You will be able to feel the power with that 12AT7. I'm telling you, you can easily destroy your bass woofer or your upper driver with that 12AT7. It's going to amp up. It's going to drive harder those speakers. It's going to drive those speakers harder. So when I deal with people, when I deal with customers, and that they want to get this booster, we call it a booster tube. I call it a booster tube. This 12 AT7. Here it is, 12AT7. I say this: I will not put a 12AT7 in a customer's Leslie amplifier unless they also allow me to replace their bass woofer with a newly reconed bass woofer and either a new or a newly rediaphragmed upper driver, because I know what's going to happen when you put this tube in that Leslie amplifier. And if those speakers are well worn and the organists get on that organ and begin to push it, you'll blow those speakers more than likely, or at least one of them. And I know this from personal experience. I've been here at home, and when I first got into experimenting with this particular tube, I pushed the bass. I mean, I just used my bass pedal, and next thing I know, it was going because I blew it. I blew the I blew the bass woofer. I blew it up. It was just, I had to go and get it reconed. Blew the cone up out of that thing. And that costs money. It costs over $100 or so, $90 to $100 or a little more to get a bass woofer reconed. And so I'm saying this as a word of caution for those of you who are going to try this. And I know you now have to try it. I know you're gonna try it. I know you're gonna try it, because when I found out about it, I had to try it, and I found out the hard way that you will blow up your bass speaker, and I believe your upper driver as well. If that upper driver is, when it gets that feed, if it's not strong enough to handle it, you can blow it up. So I would recommend having a ferrofluid driver up there. A ferrofluid driver can take that intense energy. It can take it. So, and a newly reconed bass woofer for your bass speaker before you try that 12AT7 tube in your Leslie amplifier. You will, however, be able to tell a significant difference when you install that tube in your system. Well, for Kendrick, I hope this video series has been of benefit to you, that it has helped you to do some things different than what you were doing before, and that they have answered some questions that you had in your mind regarding changing or modifying the tone of the Hammond organ and Leslie speakers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say from me to you and to everyone in Hammond land, this is Dr. Kemp, Hammond Doc, saying to you, have a great and wonderful day. Be blessed.